King Jordan, thank you for the super chat. He said, St. Brown and Dak Flopscott need to humble themselves. Detroit has been good the last 2 seasons. You just got hot. Stop it. And Dak knows better. You're not him. Jalen is. The Eagles are.
Did you hear what Dak said recently?
Dak Prescott he's
delusional. They're delusional.
He's delusional, man. And they've been frying him ever since. But you know, Acho was just like Dak. Acho a clown. Acho a clown to me, bro. Like, bro, I used to want to get an interview with Acho. I used to want to work with Acho, but some of the stuff Acho be saying is just like, bro, what's really your agenda, bro?
He's an entertainer.
What's really your agenda, man? What's really your agenda?
He's an entertainer, dog. That's all he is. He's an entertainer.
Yeah, he talking about the Cowboys are one off season away from being the Philadelphia Eagles.
And then when he broke it down, everybody on the panel looking at him like, you realize how difficult that is, right?
Bro, he broke it down and named moves that happen in multiple off seasons. Like, so how are you one off season away, bro? If all you need is a Jordan Davis, a Jalen Carter, a Zach Bond, a Nolan Smith,
a Josh,
how are you one off season away? You how?
Like,
He must have got 20 picks, and bro, a Cooper Dejean, a Quinyon Mitchell. Like, he don't know what he be talking about, bro. We didn't do that in 1 year.
Do you know how difficult it is to do what Howie Roseman did? And I think that's a perfect segue, right? Howie Roseman and what he's done to fortify this roster, and every time they have a setback, or every time things don't go their way, he always come back and reload. Right? Like Howie Roseman, his ability to just self-assess, figure out what he did wrong, and then come back stronger the following season. There's no GM in football who does that better than Howie Roseman. There's no one in football at the GM position who is as self-aware as Howie Roseman is. I mean, let's be totally honest about this. He went from the Jalen Reagor draft, realized how he fucked up, and he said, you know what? I'm not overthinking this no more. Devontae Smith, first round. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Following year, hey, let's trade for A.J. Brown. Let's do it. Like, oh, yeah, let's draft Landon Dickerson in the second round. Let's draft Cam Jurgens in the second round. Let's fortify our offensive line. Let's fortify our wide receivers. Let's protect our quarterback, and let's give our quarterback somebody to throw the ball to.
I'm gonna tell you the real thing that he started doing that I noticed with Howie Roseman is he started planning for the future. You know what I mean? He planned for the future in the draft, and he hit on them picks because you knew Kelsey was going out the door. Mm-hmm. So you already had Cam Jurgens for 2 years before Kelsey retired. You knew Fletcher Cox was going to be out of the way, so you already had Jordan Davis. Then you added, you know what I mean, Jalen Carter. Mm-hmm. You knew that, you know what I mean, Hassan Reddick contract was going to be an issue. So you added a Nolan Smith, mm-hmm. who played with Hassan Reddick for 1 year. Like, these guys played with the guys that they were going to replace for 1 year, and I love it, man. Halim Kark, thank you for the super chat. Yeah. Keep the hate coming. Hurts feeds off it.
And to take a step further, bro, right? Because we're going to lose Milton Williams this offseason. We're going to lose him. You know what he did? You know what he did to hedge that bet? Moro Jomo.
Yep.
And on top of that, just to hedge the bet a little bit more, he went and picked up the Las Vegas Raider D tackle that went to Alabama. I think he only been in the league for maybe 2 years. Byron Young. So now he been on ice all year just developing.
Right.
In the back scenes, and then you find a guy like Thomas Booker IV, right? Like what he's done is every time he smelled the blood in the water, he said, okay, let me double up real quick. Like his ability to just have his foresight is bar none in football. Bar none. You find Zach Bond and you say, you know what? He may be a linebacker rather than an edge rusher. He may be an off-ball linebacker rather than an edge rusher. And
I agree. I'm trying to find Anthony Green super chat. I just seen a message where he said it got skipped.
Let me see.
It had to be before we hit live. Yeah, that joint gone.
Yeah, because oh wait, no, you talking about? Okay, I know what you're talking about. Hold on, I got it.
Knuckles Media, thank you for the super chat. He said also shout out to Keyshawn Johnson. He believed too. Keyshawn Johnson definitely been believing.
He been holding it down.
He been believing.
Yeah, I found Anthony Green. It says Super Bowl MVP got haters moving goalpost already. Anthony Green. Shout out for the super chat, Anthony Green.
Anthony Green.
Appreciate you, bro. He right though. Listen, Keyshawn Johnson, when he worked for Fox, but you could tell he like, yo, I'm not buying into this shit y'all pushing. I'm not. He said, yo, the kid could play football. What are we talking about? He could throw.
And the thing about Keyshawn Johnson is, I don't think Keyshawn Johnson ever won a ring.
No, he did. He won with Tampa Bay.
He was on the bench.
No, let me double check this real quick. Keyshawn Johnson.
No, he got some ticks. So he won with Warren Sapp in him.
Keyshawn Johnson, Super Bowl champion. Yeah. He won with Tampa. He won with Tampa Bay in 2002. That was
Warren Sapp. That wasn't
his.
Yep.
Yeah, he was 30. He was 30 years old, and that wasn't his last season though.
That's the year they beat us to go to the NFC Championship. I think
that season, Keyshawn Johnson played in 16 games, had 76 catches, over 1,000 yards, 5 receiving touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He had a strong season, and in that playoff run, played in all 3 games, 31 targets, 14 catches, 194 receiving yards, a receiving touchdown, averaged 14 yards a catch. You know what I'm saying? He accounted for 11 first down conversions, so he was a chain mover for them as well.
His big body.
Yeah. Keyshawn Johnson.
But see, they had Brad Johnson though, so they really wasn't like throwing like that.
Yeah.
Marley Tree, thank you for the super chat. 199. He said Jalen plays 3D chess on the field. I mean, the cerebral nature that he approached the game, man, that got to be talked about all year. The hemorrhoid strikes back. Thank you for the super chat. Notice how they all try and sprinkle in all these no names like Herbert in these top 5 conversations. What is his resume? Man, this is peak delusion. They putting Herbert in the conversation because he got 2 5,000 passing yard seasons.
That's it. As if that means anything. We've seen Jake Cutler with 5,000 yard seasons.
You know what I mean? Jameis Winston got a 5,000 yard season.
What are we talking about? Like that,
that
that doesn't move the needle for me.
It don't. Davon Tyree, thank you for the super chat. Jalen needs to be respected like how Russell Wilson won his first ring. Tona LB, was that Seattle team, was it stacked in a bowl as well? It was stacked. They had Marshawn Lynch. You know what I mean? The Legion of Boom. And you know, Russell would have 2. He would have 2 if they gave it to Marshawn Lynch on the goal line. So I always respected Russell. And you know what I mean? Look at the season he was able to still put together, man, with the Steelers, even though they ain't win the Super Bowl. They ain't going on a crazy run, but you know, they're a couple pieces away.
And I think they also they was more stacked defensively. But at the receiver position, that's when they had Doug Baldwin in his prime when he was healthy. Doug Baldwin was nice when he was healthy. Who else they had? They had Percy Harvin. Who else they had a receiver? But again, I mean, it wasn't A.J. Brown or Devontae. But regardless, though, like in my opinion, Jalen Hurts is the modern Russell Wilson. He is like their career trajectory is almost similar in terms of in terms of the winning and how they play the game. And you know, Russell Wilson was known for his deep ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, that moon ball.
Yeah,
that moon ball that everybody be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Green, thank you for the super chat. I saw that ring culture was toxic.
Now it's toxic. Now it's toxic.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts good one. That was toxic.
I mean, ring culture toxic. I mean, I understand not wanting to give extreme praise to guys like Nick Foles. He was the backup that year. You know what I mean? Like guys that step in and win the ring. You know what I mean? That could be looked at as lightning in a bottle. But when a guy played from beginning to end of the season and he a franchise quarterback making $50 million a year, he's paid that much to bring you a championship. And that's what he did.
And put the work in.
That's his job. His job is to deliver championships for that type of payday. A lot of people could take note of that. A lot of these guys these guys be having performance anxiety, bro.
Yes. That they don't
performance anxiety in the big game. But be ready to hold out for $50 million plus a year. Dak Prescott was about to hold out, bro. Dak Prescott strapped the organization by the short and curlies for $60 million a year.
Whacked him.
What has he done to deserve $60 million a year? That's what I'm talking about all off season. What has Herbert done to deserve his money? What has Dak Prescott done to deserve his money? What have they done to Patrick Mahomes? Don't even make $50 million a year, man.
Like at least Lamar Jackson got MVPs to show you. At least. Like
at least here MVP. I kind of understand that. But what have some of these other guys done, man? Dak Prescott has he's padded stats against the Giants, the Commanders when they wasn't good, the Eagles if we going through something. He pat them stats and say, look, this is what I did this year. But Jalen Hurts got paid. What did he have to do? Go to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts had to go to the Super Bowl and outplay Patrick Mahomes before he got paid, bro. Then when they paid them, he rewarded them by going back and winning it all. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Give me these 15 quarterbacks who could have stepped in Jalen Hurts' shoes and won this bowl. Don't name nobody in the playoffs. They couldn't even have a run. Josh Allen had a run. Getting to a championship game is a playoff run. He had a run. But who was these other guys that could have did this? These guys play against Spags way more than Jalen Hurts do. Why don't they never blow the Chiefs out? The Chiefs ain't been blown out all year until they ran into Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Come on, bro. Why can't none of these? Why can't nobody catch the Chiefs slipping? Like Jalen Hurts the only one? Jalen Hurts is the only one motivated enough to say, I'm going to go out here and put belt to ass against the big bad wolf. Why nobody else don't do it? We pack the Chiefs up. We pack the Chiefs up. Why nobody else ain't packing up? I've never seen the Ravens treat the Chiefs like we treated them. The last 5 years, the Ravens got a 13-win season, a 12-win season, and another 12-win season, I think, in the last 5 years. That's 3 of their 5 years. They quarterback won 2 MVPs in them last 5 years. Why have they not blown out the Chiefs yet?
Tell me why.
I don't understand it. Why haven't the Bills blown out the Chiefs yet? These are 13-win franchises, bro. And we so stacked. The last game of the season, we wasn't fighting for the number 1 seed. That was the Vikings and the Lions. But we the stacked ones, though, right?
Right.
We ain't get no bye. We had to play 3 playoff games, bro. We had to play wild card, divisional, and championship before we had to win 4 straight games, bro.
That's the part they don't talk about. A wild card team won the Super Bowl. We was a wild card team. They talk about us like we was the number 1 seed.
We wasn't the wild card. Like the wild card technically was the wild card would be the Packers. We played in the wild. We hosted. We
were in the wild, bro. We was in that round.
Right. We hosted. Now, if the Commanders would have won it, then you could say a wild card team won it because they had to go on the road every game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but
right.
I look at it from the perspective of we still had to play an extra game.
We did. We had to play wild card weekend. Even though all our games was home games, we still had to play 4 games to go to the bowl. We had to play 4 games to go to the bowl.
Simple as that.
Who was the number 1 seed? Like the Chiefs talking about Super Bowl fatigue. They played 2 less games. They played 2 less games, bro. They didn't even play the last game of the season. Then they had a bye.
That's a fact. They
had a bye. So what are we talking about? They making every excuse in the book. Super Bowl fatigue? That's loser mentality, bro. That's loser shit. We don't know nothing about that, Tone. So I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm barking on everybody all summer long.
Exactly.
That's just what it boiled down to.
I really couldn't agree with you more, LB. Like the bottom line is, I told people they gotta deal with me all summer, bro. This ain't gonna be no fly-by-night situation. This is gonna be one of those situations where you're gonna have to deal with me until I feel like doing something else. It's just that simple. And I want to give respect to another guy, Nick Sirianni, right? Nick Sirianni is a guy who's done nothing but win football games in his very young NFL career, right? I mean, made the playoffs all 4 years as the head coach, made it to 2 Super Bowls, got 2 NFC championship trophies in the tuck, got a Super Bowl trophy in the tuck. The ring was on the way. The guys was getting fitted on exit day for their rings. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it's so funny how all you can do is just win, but they find ways to discredit you because they feel like, or they don't like the way you do it. They don't like Nick Sirianni because of the way he coached, because he's a brash guy. You know, he brazen. He got an edge to him. He got that feeling in him. He got that dog in him, right? He talks shit. He be on the sideline excited. They don't like that. They want their guys buttoned up, and they want guys just to present the position a certain way. Nah, he do it. It's a new sheriff in town, my G.
It's cool when Dan Campbell do it, though.
It's cool when Dan Campbell do it, though. But my guy, all he does is win. Been winning. Been in the playoffs every single year. Got two division banners. Got two NFC championship banners. Got a Super Bowl banner, man. Come on, please stop it, bro. Stop it, man. They don't like the way Jalen Hurts play. They don't like the way Nick Sirianni coaching. Guess what? Y'all gonna be mad for a long time.
All I know is a match made in heaven. We've been to 2 Super Bowls. We 1-1 in the bowl under them guys. King Jordan, thank you for the super chat. $5. My pop's a long-term Dallas fan, and he believed the garbage Dak. He believed that garbage Dak was talking. I told him don't call me until the spring. I don't know why. I don't know why he would believe.
Shout out to King Jordan, man. Shout out to King Jordan, yo. We closer.
We closer.
Right now.
Well, Dak Prescott he got to be sick in the head.
He had the nerve to bring up he gonna try to he tried to backdoor it though. He had the nerve to bring up, yeah, I mean, we always beat him when we play him. He gonna say, I don't want to bring up the record, but
man, Skip really cooked him, bro.
Skip cooked him.
Sure, thank you for the super chat. Same QBs they gas couldn't take rookie Smitty, Jalen Reagor, and Arcega-Whiteside to the playoffs, but Jalen got a super team and got carried. Every QB allowed to have weapons except Jalen Hurts. First of all, people talk like we ain't have weapons at the start of the season. We the only one that knew what we had. Everybody act now all of a sudden y'all had the best O line. Y'all got a top 7 tight end, the best running back. Y'all called him washed at the start of it though. So like, which one is it?
It was dogging Johnson. Remember? They was dogging Johnson. Right. But he made plays in the playoffs. All of a sudden, oh no, we get that wide receiver core stacked. Y'all wasn't standing up before.
Come on, man. The hemorrhoid strikes back. My bad. I forgot that we should tune into the NFL every Sunday to watch QBs accumulate stats instead of win games. These internet anons are hilarious. Definitely are.
He right though. It's like do you? I said it to you guys on the Linc Up a handful of weeks back. I said these organizations they're not paying for your personal stats. They paying to win football games. They're paying for football superiority. They're not paying.
Stat culture ruined the game, Tone, because now guys are able to say, "I did this. I was a Pro Bowler. I deserve next man up money." That's what stat culture did to the game. Since you can't win, we're gonna say my stats this, my stats this, my stats this. We're in the era of football where guys' brands are bigger than what they do on the football field. That's what happened with Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor was concerned about his brand in Philadelphia. He wasn't concerned about being the best person that he could be. Look at the guys on our team. Naturally, Jalen Hurts is going to have a brand because he is a franchise quarterback. Going to have a brand. AJ Brown not running around here talking about his brand. Smitty not caring about his brand. These guys getting their millions of dollars, keeping their head down, and they winning football games. Look at these other guys. You know what I mean? These other guys are just so concerned with the outside stuff that they don't care about winning. All they care about is, I need 10 sacks a season so I can go get this. I can go get the paycheck. That's all they care about, man. All they care about is how they can look good instead of being good as a unit, bro. Winning a championship is not easy, bro.
Right.
It's not easy.
Well,
the only thing that you could legitimately say that these guys are better than at Jalen Hurts is the stats. That's the only thing you can bring up.
That's it. And my thing is, stats don't win championships. Like, I'm trying to understand. They gotta see every year. These organizations gotta ask themselves: are we getting our money's worth? Not the Eagles, though. I told people, and before it happens, you always stand on it, but after it happens, you got to be like, hey, I want more. But I told people, Jalen Hurts, and again, before he won it, I said Jalen Hurts could not win. Jalen Hurts could only win one Super Bowl in his career with us. Jalen Hurts could have a 10-year career with the Eagles, 12-year career. And if he won one Super Bowl, he validated his time here.
He did.
He validated his time here. But now that we got one, and I see how everything playing, I'm like, oh, we can get another one for sure with him.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, when you draft a guy or you sign a guy at your quarterback position, you're not signing him so he can benefit and maximize his next contract. You're signing him and drafting him so he can maximize your organization and you can win big with that player, right? It's the reason why these organizations are so desperate to win the football games when they got guys on rookie deals, because they know once that rookie deal is over and that max contract kick in, then it gets harder to build the team around them. Organizations understand how important it is to win early and win big. And so far, Jalen Hurts, through his 4 years starting in the NFL, since he was a second rounder, and since he didn't get the 5th year option, his timeline is a little different than a first round quarterback. But while on the rookie deal, took the team to the Super Bowl and balled out. The second year of his max contract being in effect, he wins the Super Bowl. He's validated every step of the way why the Eagles drafted him. Every step of the way.
Well, Jalen Hurts was 24 in the Super Bowl, bro.
24.
He was 24 in the Super Bowl. Like, what? Any of those other guys was on that level? How old is Josh Allen?
Bro,
Josh Allen, it seemed like he's been around for a long time. Like I'm confused.
You know what I found out today it didn't even dawn on me, bro. Patrick Mahomes is going to be 30 when the season starts.
Yeah, Pat been around.
Like it's like, and in Pat's first 5 seasons in the NFL, won Super Bowl.
Yep.
One. Jalen Hurts, first 5 seasons in the league, one Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's stopping Jalen Hurts from getting 2 more? What's stopping that? What's stopping Jalen Hurts from
nothing stopping him, bro. This core is locked up. Isaac Tunius, thank you for the super chat. Hurts and Pat are the only QBs drafted since 2012 to win a Super Bowl. They're mad for a reason. None of their guys could do it for 13 years.
Yo, let me add to that.
That's
real quick.
crazy. The first quarterback since 2012 drafted to win a Super Bowl?
No, wait, that don't sound right. I don't know.
I think that's right. Think about the last 10 guys that won a Super Bowl. It's a bunch of Mahomes and Brady.
Oh no, he may be right. And Joe Flacco. And let's think about all the quarterbacks who really won one. Because you got Hurts, Mahomes, Stafford, Brady, Flacco. I think that's it.
When did Russ win his?
You might got to put Russ in there. I don't know.
Nick Foles, you got the Nick Foles in there.
I don't know if that stat is accurate. I don't know. Let me throw something else at you though.
I think that's right. I'll check that up.
Dak Prescott was drafted. Dak Prescott was drafted in 2016, the same year as Carson Wentz, 2016. Since Dak Prescott has been a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles have been to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 in the entire Dak Prescott era. Jayden Daniels has been to an NFC Championship in the Dak Prescott era. The Dak Prescott era has been a failure. When you think about it in context with what the Philadelphia Eagles have been able to accomplish over the past 9 years since Dak's been in the league, it's been a failure. He has been second fiddle to Nick Foles. He's been second fiddle to Jalen Hurts. He can't listen. All that regular season shit you want to talk about, keep that, brother. We in this for the gusto. We in this for gold, big dog. We trying to bring home that platinum trophy to Lombardi. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this thing. And all they want to say is, well, when you look at the stats, Jalen Hurts not better than him. But do y'all realize that this game, when it matters most, when you get into the playoffs, that's when all your stats don't mean nothing. Now it's who are you when you need to make this throw? Who are you when you need to make this check at the defense at the offensive line? Who are you when you need to pick up that blitz? Who are you when it's 3rd and 8? Who are you when it's 4th and 5 at the 50-yard line? You got the balls to go for it. Like my guy, my
season, bro.
Bro, my guy not throwing just check downs. He's trying to get the first down. My guy, listen, 4th and 5, my guy throwing a bomb. He got it like that.
Dak
feeling like that.
Do you know Dak is the longest tenured quarterback in the conference, bro? The longest tenured quarterback in the conference with the same franchise, bro.
And hasn't been to a conference championship, let alone Super Bowl. Hasn't been to
the longest tenured guy. Russell not in the conference no more. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers was out of the conference 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's the longest tenured guy in the conference, bro, and he never had a playoff run. I think Kirk Cousins might be second.
Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. You're gonna laugh at this. Dak Prescott has as many playoff wins as many times Jalen Hurts has been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 2. Jalen Hurts tied Dak Prescott playoff record in 1 run. In 1 run. The year we lost to John, he won 2 playoff games. That was it. CJ Stroud got the same amount of playoff wins as Dak.
But they want to keep talking about his stats, though. Let me ask you this, though. Let's transition. I got to ask you about free agency because, this defense is going to take a hit in some places. You're going to lose Joshua is a free agent. Zach Bond is a free agent. Milton Williams is a free agent. Isaiah Rodgers is a free agent. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Slay. Mekhi Becton on the offensive side is going to be a free agent. When you think about those key guys I've mentioned, what do you think the Eagles' approach will be? Who do you think stays? Who do you think goes? Just give me your perspective on the Eagles' free agency right now.
I think Zach Bond stays. I think Josh Sweat is going to go get rich. I think that's Milton Williams' mindset as well. Milton Williams, this how I know. Josh Sweat changed agents. You know what I mean? During the Super Bowl. Like 2 days before the Super Bowl, he changed
Drew
agents.
Rosenhaus, bro.
Yeah, Drew Rosenhaus about to go get him a bag.
He is a Drew Rosenhaus.
He's a dog. That's what he do. He go get you the bag. Milton Williams said, "I want to stay, but I do believe I deserve a raise." He out of here.
He's gone.
He's out of here. And Zach Bonner's going to get paid. Bradbury's going to be off the books. Huff is going to be off the books. I think Slay going to get a 1-year deal to stay.
Well, Huff ain't giving no money back, so they got to find a way to move him in that case.
I don't know if anybody even want him.
They guaranteed him $34 million.
Damn, Huff got guaranteed 34.
His first 2 years guaranteed.
Shit, he might got to play.
Yeah, that's why I kept trying to say, like, he's not. I don't think they move him. They're more likely to move him after this season. But
that was such a bad deal, bro.
It was a bad deal. But I will say this though.
He requested a trade though, right?
I didn't see that. Did he?
Somebody told me he requested a trade.
I didn't see that. I personally didn't see that. I'm not saying it's wrong or nothing.
But it's like your stock is like you couldn't cut it.
Yeah, you was a healthy scratch in the Super Bowl. Healthy scratch.
Yeah, you couldn't cut it. Jalen
Hunt. I was just about to say that. Jalen Hunt outplayed you. Right. And then you ended up on IR. I mean, look, man. I'm going to look at it like this. Bryce Huff is still another body as a pass rusher that can, when at his best, he could probably make some plays for you, but because I feel like that skill, that talent just don't disappear. It can't just disappear.
He disgruntled though.
I think he's disgruntled as well.
He disgruntled.
But
thank you for the super chat.
You can only be mad at yourself though.
Huh?
You can only be mad at yourself though.
Yeah, you can. You was given opportunity. You was given the range. You was brought here with the bag and perform. Drew, thank you for the super chat. Strawberry Daiquiri is in 2009 had Cooper, Gallup, Cobb, Witten, and Zeke and missed the playoffs. Dak is a 2-pack of ass. That's a fact. 2-pack of ass. Blaze, thank you for the super chat. It shows you how mental is just as important as talented. How mental just as important as talent is in this league. That was the number one reason how he drafted Hurts. He's seen the mental weakness in Wentz and drafted the opposite. Saban benching Hurts was a blessing. Definitely was a blessing.
Yeah, man. I definitely believe everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Kenny, thank you for the super chat. Who y'all think going to be the OC and who y'all want? I didn't even think that far down the path.
I didn't think that far, but they got to figure that out soon, though.
That got to be figured out before the draft.
Yes.
That got to be figured out before you start re-signing guys. That got to be figured out before the draft. Yeah, they got to be figured out like extremely fast. I want all I know is I want Jalen Hurts in on that decision.
Yes, he's earned that right. He's earned that right.
I want Jalen Hurts in on that decision. I want AJ Brown. I want Jalen Hurts, AJ, and Saquon and Smitty. Dallas got it. I want the
Lane
guys
Johnson.
in on that decision. I want everybody to look at tape on what this guy brings to the table, whoever we hire, and I want everybody in on that decision, bro.
Yeah, and you got to be able to buy into what the personnel is telling you to do. So, and what I mean by that is like Kellen Moore, he was notoriously known for being pass happy prior to coming to Philly. Notoriously known for it. And he tried it those first 4 weeks. They got the bye week, and he was like, and they all was like, "Yo, we got to switch this up a little bit." And he bought in, which spoke to Kellen Moore's ability to adjust and just roll with what's working. Right? Sometimes when you're a coach, you can get in your own way. And that's what I love about Nick Sirianni. He's never gotten in his own way. Whenever he felt like something was too much for him, hey, you do the job now. You know what I mean? Because he know at the end of the day, I'm the head coach. I'm gonna get credit anyway. It don't matter. It don't matter. We all eat. So it is gonna be interesting to see who the next OC will be, though. I'm thinking about it like I don't want somebody young and ambitious. I don't. I want somebody with a little gray hairs. Somebody that know who they are, know that they're OC, somebody that we can have here for the next at least 3 years.
A lot of people talking about Frank Wright.
I wouldn't mind having him back. Now, Frank Wright, he's getting paid a lot of money just to relax at home. He's still getting paid from the Panthers, still getting paid from the Colts. He's getting paid a lot of money just to relax. It's going to take a lot to get him out the crib.
No, it's not. He'll take 3 paychecks.
I don't know if signing. See, I don't know how that goes sometimes, because if you sign on somewhere, can it can it negate? Is there something in the contract to say if you get a job somewhere else, it negates whatever we owe you? You know what I mean?
No, if people owe you guaranteed money, owe you guaranteed money.
That's true.
They'll guarantee on. He's a free agent sitting on the couch.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, you're right, because whatchamacallit, Cliff Kingsbury still getting paid from Arizona.
You know what? Dougie P.
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know?
That'd be a weird dynamic.
Because Nick took his job.
I mean, they both Super Bowl champions, right? In their own right. But like, you don't think that'd be it's a funny room?
I think it'll all be a funny room. I don't think Nick will go for it. So I don't think Nick will bring him in.
Yeah, I just feel like that'll just cause too much, you know, like the moment Nick had one little moment, make Doug the coach again. I just feel like you asking for a lot with that. I wouldn't mind Frank Reich though. I know the rumor is there's a chance Kevin Patullo was in the running for our job and the New Orleans Saints job. So we'll see about that. I saw somebody put
Where did he come from? Is Kevin Patullo, he on our staff?
Yeah, Kevin Patullo, he's been the pass game coordinator since he got here. He was brought in. He came in with Nick Sirianni. He was basically Nick Sirianni right-hand man all throughout Indy when he was with the Colts and all that kind of stuff. He brought him from there, and they knew each other for a while. Same thing with Steichen. He knew him from the Chargers days and the Colts days. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'll let Nick call plays, bro, before I'll give it to Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Kevin Patullo right now, but hold on, somebody's saying we missed a super chat. What's his name? Dark Matters. Let me see. Let's see. Dark Matters. Okay, Dark Matters says Jalen is the greatest running quarterback of all time.
I agree. He broke Steve Young rushing touchdown record in the postseason.
Interesting. See,
yeah,
I personally don't like.
Look up his rushing stats.
No. I believe all that. What I'm saying is though, I don't like putting somebody in a box like that. The greatest running quarterback. That sounds passive aggressive to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
I don't think so. I think it sounds like somebody who's standing on it, man. He averaged 70 rushing yards in the Super Bowl.
No, I get it. It's just
70 rushing yards in the Super Bowl. He got like 310 rushing touchdowns. People want to say the tush push, but he legit averages like 500 rushing yards. He averaged like 600 rushing yards a season.
Yeah, he does. Since being a starter, he's averaging between, I think, 650, 700 a season. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy. That's crazy when you think about it, because I would put him in that situation because he legitimately runs with power.
Yeah. I see. I like dual threat. I'm cool with dual threat.
Yeah, dual threat.
Running quarterback just sound like he can't throw to me.
Yeah,
because they use that. They use that as a way to discredit. And again, I know what Dark Matters mean. He's trying to say, but like they try to use that as a way to discredit him. I'm cool with dual threat for sure. I'm totally cool with calling him a dual threat quarterback. Most of these guys in the league is dual threat. Most of them are. All of them really are, for real. The only difference is some guys just are a little bit more explosive than others. Some guys just run a little bit more than others. But I would say CJ Stroud's dual threat. When he take off, he pretty fast.
Herbert is too.
Herbert, he's fast.
Herbert pretty fast.
Yeah, even when Jared Goff took off,
Daniel Jones was pretty fast.
Yeah, like, you know,
but for a lot of these guys though, that you don't design the runs for them though. That's why you really can't count it. They take off as a necessity. Jalen Hurts, it'd be design runs, design power formation runs.
And if you notice in that Super Bowl, they didn't really run design runs like that. Most of those were him dropping back. He see it, he just taking it.
Right.
And that's that's the version of Jalen Hurts I like the most.
Because you really can't run the RPO too much with Herbert because he's not really that much of a threat to run.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that was our last super chat, man. We got an hour and 23 minutes in, man.
Yeah, that was
the last one. Go to my guy War V, man. Thank you for the super chat. Jalen basically got to create his own offense at this point and mesh it with the new guys, since it will be the norm the rest of his career. Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you sign on to coach the Eagles, if you sign on to coach Jalen Hurts, you better know what you're taking on. You better know.
But I don't think Jalen wants to be involved in that process. Jalen is like, I saw an interview where he was like, that's above my grade.
I think it's impossible. I think it's impossible that they don't even. I understand what he's saying because you want to play your role and you want to trust the organization that's got you this far, right? I understand what he's saying, but I think it's unrealistic to think that he's not going to be privy to whoever they hire. Like it's going to be like he gonna find out when we find out type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's realistic. I think okay, I'll put it this way. I think if the coaches know their quarterback very well, they probably don't got to have a conversation with him.
Right.
If they know their quarterback in 4 years, he take you to a Super Bowl and win it, take you to 2 of them, you got to know your quarterback very well. So I think probably at this point, there probably isn't a conversation that needs to be had, but I would imagine that he would know who it is before they sign that dotted line.